We're going to have a look at how to find the lowest common multiple of three numbers. And we're going to use the method where we write out a table. So I'm going to write the three numbers at the top of the table. So we're going to have some big numbers here. So 630, 1134, and 1386. So let's just draw in the lines for our table. And we treat this in the same way as we did when we were finding the lowest common multiple of two numbers. We do exactly the same sort of thing. A bit more difficult the more numbers you've got, but you can do this for any number of numbers. So let's have a look at how it works. So we look at the three numbers we're trying to work with, and we find a number that goes into all three numbers. Well, these are all even numbers, so we could divide 2 in, so let's write that down. And so we're dividing 2 into each of those three numbers. So 2 into 630 is 315. So we're just halving each of these numbers. Finding half of 1134, well, that would be 550 plus 17, so 567. And then half of 1386. So in fact, that's just a bit less than half of 1400, isn't it? We just need to take, what will it be, 7 away from 700, so that'll be 693. And then we look at these new numbers and see what divides into those. Well, they're all odd numbers now, aren't they? So 2 doesn't go into them. Actually, all of them have a digit sum of 9, don't they? Because 3 plus 1 plus 5 is 9. 5, 6 and 7 add up to 18, and 1 plus 8 is 9. Similarly, 6, 9 and 3. So we're going to divide 9 in next. So it doesn't matter what order you divide the numbers in, so long as you can find a number that goes in, just divide it in. So we're going to divide 9 into 315. So 9 goes into 27, how many times? 3 times, doesn't it? So 3 times, and that's the remainder of 4. 9 into 45 goes in 5. And then 9 into 56, well, it goes into 54 6 times, remainder 2, so 9 into 27 goes 3, so that's 63. 9's into 69, so 9 goes into 63 7 times, and then into 63 again goes 7. Right, so we've divided 9 into those three numbers. And then what goes into 35, 63 and 77? Well, it'll be 7, wouldn't it? And I think that is all. Let's see. So 7 into 35 is 5. 7 into 63 goes 9. And 7 into 77 goes 11. And that is all. There's nothing else that will divide into those. 5, 9 and 11 have no common factors. So now we can use these numbers to write down the lowest common multiple. Now you could actually, with this table, use the numbers on the left-hand side, 2 plus 9 plus 7, to write down, I know we're not trying to do that here, but you could do it, to find the highest common factor. We multiply those three together, we get the highest common factor is 2 times 9 times 7, so 2 times 63, that will be equal to 126. And then, if you multiply together these other numbers and multiply that lot by 126, you get your lowest common multiple. So what we actually want to do is we want to multiply together 2, 9, 7, 5, 9 and 11 to get the lowest common multiple. So the lowest common multiple is the product of all the numbers that we've divided in, so 2, 9 and 7, and all the numbers that we're left with, so 5, 9 and 11. If you've already worked out the highest common factor, then you've already worked out 2 times 9 times 7, and then you'll multiply that by the 5, the 9 and the 11. So if you multiply all of those numbers together, you should get 62,370. And you might like to check your odds. One way of doing that would be to at least check that the original numbers 630, 1134 and 1386 all divide into that number. So the lowest common multiple is the product of all the numbers in this L shape. So the numbers that we've divided in to the numbers and the numbers that we're left with at the bottom. Or you can think of this as the product of all the numbers on the left hand side, which is the highest common factor, and the numbers 5, 9 and 11.